Did you do the homework, guys?
Yes, I tried.
Tried it. All right, what page was it? Do you remember?
54, 55.
155. All right.
The audio is bad.
Yes?
Yes, yesterday I had problems with my internet, but I think it's
Is my audio?
yeah.
Andres, do you have the same problem with my audio, man?
No, I can hear you good. Fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Me no. I don't have problem.
Maybe it's my luck.
Do you have other applications open? Maybe you need to close them.
Roots.
No?
No.
Oh, wow. Hold on. Let's see this. What about now, Yasmin? Can you hear better?
No.
That might be a problem. Are other people using the internet?
What?
Are other people in your house using the internet?
My father and me and
I don't know. Maybe he's doing something that takes a lot of internet. One of my
maybe
students
the
has.
TV.
Oh, yeah, maybe. One of my students has a problem when her daughter watches Netflix. The class is bad, but then she says, "Hey, págame ese Netflix," and then the class is good. I don't know. Maybe that can be one thing. But do you
Yes.
hear Andres? Do you hear Andres really well, Yasmin?
Yes, I did. The homework? Yes.
No, no, no. Do you hear Andres? Andres, what do you recommend to do to make the connection faster?
Restart your modem.
You disconnect the cable and then unconnect the modem, right?
Yes, electricity cable.
Hold on. Let me pause this. And here we go. Oops. Well, actually, lesson C. Ready? Like it? Match each sentence with a shorter version. Number 1, D. Number 2, Andres?
E.
E? Yes. Let's see. Andres, do 3, 4, 5, 6. And Yasmin, do 7, 8, and 9. Number 3?
E.
Again, E?
E.
Or I?
Sorry.
Next.
A.
A?
G.
D?
G.
Okay.
And H.
H. Yasmin?
C,
C,
F,
F,
B.
B. Excellent, excellent. And here, complete the conversation with the shorter responses from part A. All right, so basically, you are going to use the information from right here to complete the exercise. All right?
Right.
Well, number 2, Andres.
Ready?
Ready? Okay, hold on. This is so Andres, you're gonna be A for everything. Yasmin, B for everything.
I am B.
Yes.
Like it?
Oh no. Read the conversations, please. So can you begin? Andres, you are A. Yasmin, B.
Yeah. Oh, that looks heavy. Need some help to moving it? Yasmin?
No, I think I can carry it by myself, but thanks anyway.
Ready?
Yes, I'm all ready to go.
Wow, that's a beautiful dress.
Like it?
Yeah, I really do.
Is like it? Oh, yeah.
Is like it, teacher? Is not need some help
Need some
moving it?
help? Need some help moving it?
What is dress?
Beautiful dress. You know, a dress
A
is
clothes?
clothes for women.
Clothes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's like it?
I guess we're going to see if everything makes sense. All right.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Gosh, I'm hungry. Got any chips?
Now, but I have some cookies.
Sure.
One.
Oh,
Yes.
great.
Want one. Excellent. 4.
Oh, I can figure out how to use this new computer program.
Want me to help?
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Excellent. 5.
Oh, there's the phone. I'm busy washing the dishes.
Want me to carry?
Yes, please. Could you just take a message? Thanks.
6.
Are you hungry? Want to get some sushi?
I don't have the sentence.
It's,
I don't
it's
have it.
not love to?
Love to. Yes. Love to.
And ready?
Ready.
Yeah. Ready. Okay. Oh my gosh. I miss the sushi. Andres, did you like sushi, right? Or no?
Yes, of course, man.
Have you tried the flamingo sushi?
Oh, yes. I like it, teacher.
It's good.
Yes, that's good. And it's
It's,
not expensive.
Is it better than Sushi Factory or no?
Mm, it's different. I think that this it's different.
But what's better in your opinion, Sushi Factory or Flamingo?
Or Sushi Factor.
Right? It's like the
But
best place in Mexico.
yes, but that's good. A good sushi in Flamingo.
Yes. Is the service good or bad?
Good and have, for example, yakimeshi. That's good.
Kimashi.
Yakimeshi.
It's like a different type of food, no?
Yes.
All right, cool. I'm going to circle the words. You tell me if you got them correct. All right, is that correct?
Yes.
Um, yes.
Yes, Ismael? Yes, teacher. All right, thank you. All right, number 3. Number three. Scrambled conversations. Number the lines of the conversations in the correct order. Uh-oh. Yasmin, you are the odd numbers, and Andres, you are the even numbers.
Okay.
Okay, look, odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, etc. And even numbers are 2, 4, 6, etc. Okay?
I'm odd or I even. Sorry.
Your odd numbers.
Need some help moving the table.
Yes, please. It's heavy. I can move it by myself.
Oh, let's leave it together. Ready? More fast, Andres.
Ready? Okay. Oh, it's heavy. Oh, sorry.
Okay, put it down. How does it look?
My God. Uh, the 6. Don't like it there. Let's move it back.
Want to go to the movies tonight?
Something happened there, but those are the answers, okay? Those are the
What?
answers. Those are the answers right here. 5, 1, 6, 2, 4,
Yes.
3. Okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
All right, good. Want to go to the movie tonight? Sound good.
I'm thanking my little cousin. Thanking her. She wake up. And Andres, more fast, please.
I'm number 2.
Yes,
Yes.
you even numbers. Yes.
Love to. What movie do you want to see?
How about that new horror movie, Monster Gear?
Okay, what time is playing?
And let me check. Shot. We just missed the 7th show.
Too bad. Want to go out for the third in state?
Yes, always listener. Yes. All right. Very good, ladies and gentlemen. And well, that is the homework. Thank you for doing it. Today we have a reading lesson. But before we begin with the lesson, I want to explain something to you. And maybe you can help me too.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Have you heard of this expression?
Think outside or out of the box.
Think outside the box. Have you heard of that? Or no?
It's
Yes.
like,
Yes? Do you use this expression in Spanish,
Yes.
Yasmin?
it's like open mind,
No, not really, no.
no? No, I don't know.
Do you see what it says over here?
It's like in México, ponerte en los zapatos del otro, ¿no? No.
No. Look
It's
what it
like,
says right here. Thinking outside the box is a metaphor that means to think differently.
es como piensa más allá.
Can you see my screen or no?
Yes.
Yes? That's what it is right there. It means to think outside of the box. And it says it right here. I'm going to read it in English because I don't understand Spanish. Okay, it's a metaphor that means to think differently and not in a conventional way or from a new perspective. Okay, so this expression refers to a new or creative thought. Okay, and that's what it means to think in an original or creative way. All right. Now, so let me give you an example. All right. Let me give you an example. Imagine that I have, well, what can I use? Okay. Imagine you're at my house. Okay. You're at my house and I give you a task, you know, a job. And I say, okay, I have these two things hanging on the wall. All right. I have the white cable and I have the black cable, and they are hanging on the wall. Only like this. And I tell you, connect the cables. Connect the cables. You know, your task is to connect the cables. Okay, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? How are you going to connect it? Because it's not possible if I do this. If I do this, it doesn't go. It doesn't go. It's not strong enough. It's not long. It's going to be like this. If I tell you, you have 3 minutes, connect the cables, but they are very separated. What can you do, Yasmin? Look, it's too far. You can't connect it. It's not possible.
Connect what?
This cord right here.
Yeah.
This cord right here.
With my
Connect it together. But look, it's very short. This is very short and this is very short. How can you connect it? It's not gonna go together. See, how can you connect it? That's your task. You can't do it like this. It's not gonna work. It's too short. This is an experiment that people use. They connect some ropes in the house, but they're very short ropes. Ropes is lasso. So ropes, and they're very short, and many people try to tie it. You know, they pull one, they pull the other, and they try, but it's impossible because the ropes are very short. How can you tie it? You know, your objective is to tie it. Do you know? Or no?
Andres isn't here.
Yes.
Andres
He's the engineer. He's the engineer. He should know, right?
What?
Okay, so let me explain it again. All right. I have 2 ropes. Everybody understands what ropes is, right? Lazos. Yes?
Okay. Okay.
I have 2 ropes. They are in my ceiling. The ceiling is the top part of the house. Okay. Each rope is 2 meters. 2 meters. All right.
Okay.
So 2 meters and 2 meters. But the ropes are separated 5 meters. So 5 meters, 1 rope, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 meters, and another rope. And I tell you, okay, my students, your objective is to tie the rope. And a lot of students are like, what, teacher, how? It's only 2 meters and 2 meters and it's 5 meters separated. How? What can you do?
You need to connect.
Yes, and you need to connect it, tie it. Tie is, you know, amarration. How?
How, Andres?
Oh,
Yasmin, how?
With your hands?
How? But explain how. It's 2 meters, but they're separated 5 meters, so it's impossible. But there's always a solution.
You need 1 meter? I don't know.
You need 1 meter, okay. You can connect. You can buy another rope, right?
Yes.
You can buy another rope. That's
Rope
one option.
is, what does rope?
Rope. Here. Let me show you a little picture. Rope.
Okay.
I have the rope hanging, boom, boom, and I need you to connect it tight.
Okay.
Oh, Yasmin. Come on.
Yes,
Sí.
you buy another 1 meter.
Okay, that's good. That's thinking outside the box. You know, that's excellent, Yasmin. That's one solution. You know, a lot of people will say, it's impossible. It's impossible. 5 meters. The ropes are only 2 meters. Teacher, no, it's not possible. But it's possible if you buy another rope. Or maybe you can take down 1 rope, you know, disconnect 1 rope and walk to the other rope and connect it, boom, and then put it like that. You know, there is always a solution. But anyways, I'm not going to explain it more. I want you to watch this video.
Okay.
5 tips you can use to think outside the box. Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to this week's video. How good is your thinking game? Stay tuned as we discuss tips that you can use to be an outstanding thinker. Think outside the box is one of the most worn-out business and personal development cliches. You've probably encountered several blogs, books, and speakers who always tell you to think outside the box. But how many people actually do it? Harvard Business Review conducted an internal review, asking employees to state how many times they saw their senior leaders think outside the box. The results were surprisingly disappointing. Only 29% of the employees answered often or always. 42% answered never or almost never, while 42% answered sometimes. While the urge to think outside the box is held in high esteem, it's evident that there's an apparent disconnect between what people say they'll do and what they actually do. How many times have you seen people think outside the box? More importantly, how many times do you think outside the box? In simple terms, thinking outside the box can be described as thinking beyond the norm, or being a nonconformist. Put simply, thinking outside the box does not mean that you need to defy gravity. It simply means that you need to be innovative with your ideas and solutions. In today's video, we're going to discuss tips that you can use to think outside the box, both in business and beyond. 1. Learn how to question the status quo regularly. Since childhood, we're bombarded with systems of doing things. We're told that we should go to school, work hard, get good grades, go to college, and get that dream job. However, over the years, it's become evident that this system of life doesn't work for everyone. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go to school and perform well. Education's important. However, sometimes you need to question the norm and learn to ask why. Some of these systems may have worked for years, but might not be your solution. Mark Zuckerberg dropped out of Harvard and quit his computer science degree to co-found Facebook, and is now a multi-billionaire. He's not alone either. Apple co-founder Steve Jobs also dropped out of college to start his company with Steve Wozniak. Bill Gates also dropped out of college to create Microsoft with Paul Allen. If someone presents you with information that you don't understand, you should challenge yourself to read more and question more. Ask why you have certain traditions at your workplace, especially if you think they're holding your company back. 2. Expand your knowledge. We often wound up following the same path due to limited knowledge. To expose your brain to different ideas, you need new knowledge. There are several ways to do this. You can choose to take a class in a different industry. For example, if you're a banker, you can try learning how to write. While writing may not exactly be something you're gifted in, it will give you a new skill that you can use to discover a new career path, such as writing the banking section of a blog or newspaper. By creating a linkage between the two industries, you also open up the opportunity to become a better banker. You can also try learning a new culture to help you relate to different people around the world. While this doesn't mean that you have to conform, it will open up your mind to a different way of thinking and make it easier for you to relate to different people. Lastly, you can read books and novels outside your usual genre to stimulate your mind. Instead of going for your typical romance novels, try picking a political classic today and get a better grasp on world politics. Successful people like Warren Buffett, Oprah Winfrey, and Bill Gates read, and so should you. 3. Mind mapping. Mind mapping is a technique that allows you to map out an idea. Essentially, you'll have the central concept in the middle of the map, and then expand the idea outwards into other boxes. For instance, I need to create a new blog about digital marketing. Since it was the main idea, I put it in the main box. I then drew other boxes connected to the main idea with different aspects of digital marketing, such as social media marketing, email marketing, content marketing, affiliate marketing, SEO, among other things. I then broke down each element into smaller branches until they turned into topics I could work with. For instance, social media marketing would require a detailed analysis of different platforms, including YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and others. With my simple mind map, I discovered an easy way to expand an idea. 4. Drawing an image. Visualize the problem you're facing and draw images to help you solve it. With an image, you can map out all the aspects of your issues and write down solutions to each element. For instance, maybe you have several bills to pay that all have different deadlines. You can draw a box with all the bills you have to pay and accompanying dates. Then, have another box with all the income you have coming in on specific dates. As you look at both boxes, you'll have an easier time remembering everything you need to pay and match it to a date when you have enough income to afford the bill. You can also create a visual image of what the box means for you. For example, a while ago, a good friend of mine wanted to expand his business, but he didn't have enough capital. He decided to draw a box and wrote the name of his company in the middle. His mind was restricted to picking loans, and he wanted to come up with a different strategy. He wrote all sources of money he could think of around the box, from friends and family, a bank loan, investors, selling off some of his furniture, or cutting down some of his expenses. He then detailed all the pros and cons of each money source in other boxes. After exhausting all his sources of capital, he started canceling them out, beginning with those that had the highest cost. He could not sell any of his furniture because he needed the furniture. He reviewed all his expenses and realized he was working on a minimum. He could not pick a bank loan because the interest rates were too high and the capital would cost him more than necessary. He could also not pick a loan from his family or friends because he needed them for extremely urgent emergencies. This left him with one option: finding a partner who would invest in his business. It paid off in the end, and he managed to expand his business without bankrupting himself. 5. Think like a competitor. Thinking like a competitor in business is extremely beneficial. For this exercise, I would encourage you to have a brainstorming session. Ask yourself or team to think like a competitor by pointing out some of the weaknesses you see in the business and possible solutions for the problems. You can also get ideas for new trends in the industry your business should take advantage of to stay ahead. This technique also works in one's personal life. Imagine if you're applying for a job and have gotten to the final interview stage. Congratulations! Only one of you will be hired, and you need to have more skills than your competitor. What skills are missing, and what can you do to gain those skills? What are your thoughts on thinking outside the box? Share your comments below, and let's learn from each other. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, stay happy and productive, folks.
He spoke fast, right?
Yes, really fast.
Really, really fast. Yes. And it was kind of difficult because it didn't have subtitles. But basically, it's a video on how to think outside the box. And, it's important to think outside the box. A lot of people can't think outside the box. They don't know how. And he was giving us different techniques on how to think outside the box. For example, if you have a problem, visualize the problem, maybe draw it or write it on paper if you have a problem. And, think about all the possible solutions to that problem. Don't just think that one problem has one solution, or two solutions. Maybe one problem has 20, 15, 30 solutions, but you have to, write down all the solutions and cancel them one by one. Boom, 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 boom. And choose the best solutions and begin with the best solutions. Another way to think outside of the box is to always question the norm. So what that means is, if there is like something that happens a lot, question it. Like, why do we need to go to school? Why do we need to go to college to have a good job? Why do you need a visa to travel to other countries? Always question, the normal things, especially if they are a problem. All right. Especially if they are a problem, like in Mexico with the careers, why do I need to study a career to have a good job? It's a problem because many times when you study or when you major in something, you don't get the job. There are so many people who majored in a career, who have a major, and they don't have a job. Computer scientists, lawyers, psychologists, teachers that don't have a job, right? I have a lot of family members in Mexico City who have majors, in different careers, but they drive taxis or they sell things in the tianguis.
Yeah.
It's very common and it's a problem. And you have to ask, why do we do this? And think of other solutions, like think outside the box, think of different ways to do things. And well, I know that Yasmin is good with thinking outside the box. She immediately thought of a solution for that problem that I gave him earlier. But let's see. That's what we're going to be talking about today, thinking outside the box. Right. There are some words that I want you to see. All right. you see this word right here? Wrestling.
Wrestling.
Wrestling. Wrestling. It's kind of like this, right? Wrestling. Physically, it's a sport. Mentally, it's a fight, something difficult, right? For example, I can say, oh, I'm wrestling with all of these bad experiences in my life. That means I'm having a hard time. I'm fighting with the difficult experiences in my life.
Wrestling is like fighting, teacher?
Exactly. It's like fighting.
Is it the same?
Yes. And then we have be confronted by. This one is kind of self-explanatory. But be confronted by is when you have a confrontation. You know, like here, the woman confronts her husband or the husband confronts the woman. Here, the police confronts the man. That's what it is, confront. The police confront each other. Confront, you know, they talk, they have conflict. A challenging situation. A challenging situation is a difficult situation, okay? This can be, you know, literally something difficult or maybe something mental that is difficult. All right. And then we have rope. Okay, you know rope. And there is one more. Cool-headed.
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 Cool-headed means that you are not easily worried or excited. You're always relaxed, mellow, chill, like Snoop Dogg. No, you're very relaxed. Nothing affects you. Bob Marley. No worries. Okay? All right, cool-headed. Andres, are you cool-headed?
Not, of course not.
No? You get stressed a lot?
Yes.
What about you, Yasmin? Are you cool-headed?
I try.
Try to be. All right. And let's see, Ismail here. Ismail, are you cool-headed?
Yes.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes,
Very good.
I'm cool-headed.
Oh my gosh, Ismael, what's going on, man? You're my ghost student. You're here, but you're not here. All right. Well, thinking outside the box. I love, love, love this article because it is so practical. It gives you different ideas about how you can solve a problem. Okay, and it gives you like techniques, strategies, things that you can use in your life to fix your problems. You know, when I read this article, I was like, what? This article is good, and it has helped me. It has helped me when we finish the class. I will tell you what strategies I use. Okay, so today is July. July 8th, no?
Yes.
2020. And we are going to read an article about thinking outside the box. All right? Thinking outside the box. Beautiful article. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What I do, what I do, what I do? I think I pressed the wrong button. Uh-oh. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Space, space, space. Technical difficulties. Here we go. Boom. Yes, we're on page 72. You are with me, and this is Touchstone 4, Unit 7, Lesson D. All right. Yasmin, can you read the instructions for 1A, please?
What's your problem solving style? Do you do any these things? Tell the class.
Okay. Andres, can you read the 6 things, please?
That's the what?
The 6 things here.
Oh, ignore the problem until the last minute. Do something, anything immediately. Get as much information as you can first. Try different solutions until one works. Try one solution only. Um, Take enough time to think of ideas.
Good, very good. And what do you do to solve your problems?
First things in pros and cons.
Think about the pros and cons. Oh, that's a good one. And what's the next one? Do you do any of these things right there?
No.
No? Yasmin? So maybe she's with her nephew.
Yes.
All right. So you don't do any of those things.
Yes.
Which one?
Take enough time to think of ideas.
All right. That's good. That's good. Ismael, are you there?
Yeah, right.
Do you do any of those things right there when you solve a problem?
What?
Do you do any of these things right here when you have a problem?
Yeah, sometimes.
What do you do?
Ignore the problem until the last minute. Try different solution until one works. Try one solution only. Uh, Take enough time to think of ideas.
Thank you. Andres, which one of these strategies do you think is the best?
Taking out time to bring ideas of ideas.
Okay. Sounds good, sounds good. All right, well, let's read. We're going to take turns, okay?
Get the you.
Give me one moment. I'm going to write your symbol over here. All right. The check is for you, Andres. The heart is for Yasmin. And Ismael is the heart. What do I mean by that? Okay. Ismael, I mean, Andres, I want you to read this paragraph, and Yasmin, I want you to read this paragraph, and this paragraph, and Ismael, I want you to read this paragraph, and this paragraph. Okay, let's take turns reading. You know, try not to worry about the pronunciation too much, but if you have a problem with the word, you know, I will help you. But try to focus on understanding what is happening, okay? Every time we read a paragraph, we're going to stop and reflect, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we're going to read the article. Which of the ideas above are recommended? Andres, Developing Your Problem-Solving Skills by Janice Arofsky.
Problem is wrestling with algebra or chemistry homework, but it's also thinking on the day-to-day challenge of being a human being. At school or work, you are confronted by challenging situations. For example, what do you do about a lost wallet, a misunderstanding with a friend or coworker, or a forgetting a segment? How well and how quickly you deal with the situation matters. Your problem-solving skills can greatly influence your personal and professional success.
Okay. So in the first paragraph, they're basically discussing what is problem solving, no? And why it is beneficial. You can have different problems like algebra, wrestling, and things like that. Um, but you have to think about a solution. And problem solving skills are good for your professional careers.
Yes.
All right. So please answer A plus appeal. Yasmin, can you read A plus appeal?
A plus appeal. The ability to solve problems efficiently is one of the top 10 quality. That companies want in
Companies.
new employees. Companies want in new employees. This is what Gail Eden says. She is an education professor at the University of South California in Colombia. During job interviews, it's common to be asked what if question says how you answer will demonstrate your problem-solving ability. General, these questions deal with real problems in the workplace.
Right. And Ismael? I will read it for him. Why do interviewers ask what if questions? Applicants with good problem-solving skills usually have positive personality traits such as patience, independence, and curiosity. Good problem solvers usually have self-esteem, competence, and a responsible attitude toward decision making. Other problem-solving traits include flexibility, open-mindedness, and tolerance for ambiguity, uncertainty, says Edens, step by step. And step by step, Andres.
But the most productive problem solvers are also creative. Take Albert Einstein, the famous physicist understood that most problems have many possible answers. And the first answer is not always the best. Generating multiple solutions is highly desirable. To do this, you must think less rigidly or outside the box. Says Michael, author of Thinker Toys, a handbook of business creativity.
All right, that's me.
Evaluate each alternative. Don't criticize yourself or feel embarrassed by any errors you make, writes Michael E. Martinez, an education professor at the University of California at Irvine. If one real life exercise doesn't get the hope for result, try another and another. Remind cold head that are enough time for ideas to form, suggested.
Okay. And how do you do that? Take a step-by-step approach to problem solving. Now, this is the important part right here. How do you do that? Take a step-by-step approach to problem solving. State the problem in form of a question. Make it clear and specific. For example, if your problem is you don't have money for your book for school. I don't have money for my book at school. That is an affirmation. But it says here, state the problem in the form of a question. So I'm going to take that and make it into a question. So instead of saying, I don't have money in school, for I don't have money for my book for school, I can say, how can I get money for my book for school? Or how can I buy my book? Or how can I get a book? Okay, so always ask a question. All right, that's the first thing to solving a problem. Ask yourself a question. Okay, and gather accurate information. Boom, boom. That means collect all the information possible. Okay, let's take the book for example. How do I get money for my book? Well, I can ask my cousin, I can ask my aunt for money, I can ask my mom, I can ask the bank, I can take my I don't know, my necklace to the pawn shop. I can go and work some extra hours. I can go sell something at the beach. Why does this happen? And yeah, just collect all the information that is possible. All the information. Next, you brainstorm a wide variety of solutions. Okay, that's kind of like what we did. You know, um, get the solutions, all the solutions, creative, conventional. Maybe you can, I don't know, enter a competition. You can work in Carlotas for one day. I don't know, anything. And you can examine and try alternatives. Okay, so you know, try one thing.
What is brainstorm?
Brainstorm is to think of different ideas. You know,
Tormenta de
your
ideas.
brain and the storm. Yes, yes. All right. And then examine and try alternatives. You know, try one thing. If it doesn't work, try another thing. You know, do it until you can choose a solution. Okay? So you can choose a solution. So everything from here, from these 6 things, what does the article recommend?
What the article recommend?
Yeah, ignore the problem until the last minute. Do something, anything immediately. Try different solutions. Try one solution. Take enough time to think. Which ones does the article recommend?
Take enough time to think of ideas.
Yes.
Trying one solution. No. Try different solutions until one works.
Get as much information as you.
Yes, get as much information as you can first. Excellent. All right. So now let's do exercise C. Can you read the instructions, please, Yasmin?
Find the underlined words in the article. Match a one with the best meaning below. Write a letter.
All right. All right. All of you have your book, right? You have your book, Andres and Yasmin, on your laptop on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to find these words: wrestling with, influence, efficiently, demonstrate, tolerate in the article, and we're going to match them with the best definition. I will help you with number 1. One type of problem solving is wrestling with difficult math problems, with math homework? What is that? The ability to live with, try to solve, show, have an effect on, or quickly and well.
Trying to solve.
Yes, number one is B. Okay, please finish this activity. You have 2 minutes. All right. So what do you have for number 2, Yasmin? Can you read it and then give me your answer?
Your problem solving skills can influence your personal development. The ability to live with.
Influence. No, not that one.
Have an effect on.
An effect on. It is the. All right. Number 3, Yasmin.
The ability to solve problems efficiently is a quality that company want quickly and well.
Quickly and well, yes. And Andres, 4 and 5.
Show.
Read
Oh.
the answer.
Oh.
Thank you.
Answering what if question can demonstrate your problem solving ability is letter C, show.
Show, yes. And 5.
One problem solving that is tolerance for uncertainty is letter A, the ability to live with.
Yes. Excellent, excellent. What time is it? It's 5:54. Okay, yes. I'm gonna have to end the class a little quickly. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, well, Andres and Yasmin. First, I want to ask you, what do you think about this article? You think it's good?
Yes, I think that can be important with when you have a problem.
Okay, when you have a problem, that's true. Yes. So, do you think that you are a good problem solver, or you need to improve some things?
I need to improve something.
Yes. Okay. You, Yasmin?
Improve is like
Make better? Yeah, like to do something better. Like, I don't know. Are you good with problem solving, or can you be better, Yasmin?
I'm solving problems.
It's easy for you.
Yeah, it's the article have the reason in the few months take enough time.
It's true.
And after take a decision, the better decision.
It's true. All right. Yes. All right. What is one word that you learned today?
Improve.
Okay. It's improve to do better. Yes.
Brainstorm.
Brainstorm. Nice. Andres, anything?
Be confronted by.
run it by. All right, great. Well, Andres and Yasmin, we finished with the reading. Tomorrow we have an interesting lesson in my opinion. You know, in this lesson we talked about problems. Okay, and tomorrow the book is going to present you with a problem, and you need to think about the different solutions for that problem, and you're going to write an article about it. Okay, so for your homework, you know, I want you to do page 56. Let me write that in the chat. Homework is page 56, and also I want you to think about what you can do to raise money, you know, to get more money. All right, what can you do? Think of all the possible solutions and the best solution. And
To raise money.
Yeah, raise money. That means get more money. Boom, collect more money. All right. For example, me, when I need money, I call everybody. Yo, yeah. And I get money. Right. Obviously, I always return the money, but I immediately know that I can call different people because I give money to people when they need money. So when I need money, they give me money too. And if not, then I don't know. But maybe I need to think about more solutions for that problem. Okay, so that's going to be your homework, page 56, and how to get more money. All right.
Okay.
Well, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a beautiful evening and sweet dreams.
Time for the class, teacher.
No problem.
Bye.
Bye, Yasmin.